Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that it's that time of year again, and everyone is getting ready for their Thanksgiving celebration. With everything that has happened this year, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Maxins Wood, is about to have a surprise guest for the holiday. Who might this surprise guest be? The traditional holidays that used to be celebrated by the Forresters had changed a great deal in the past few years. However, there is always something interesting going on during any given holiday. We may see some traditional holiday happenings. However, it seems we will certainly have some unexpected happenings for sure. Deacon Sharp, Shane Cannon, and Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, will celebrate at Il Giardino, and it won't be as lonesome as you would think. Sheila and Deacon will invite Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, to share Thanksgiving dinner with them. Deacon and Carter sharing a holiday dinner is just not something we would imagine. Steffy will host dinner for her family at the Cliff House. Steffy will welcome her family to dinner, including John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, Kelly Spencer, Sophia Perez, Hayes Finnegan, Brian David Garlick, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Things will get a bit loud after a surprise guest arrives to crash the party. Should we look for Deacon to disappear from Il Giardino and Sheila just to show up at Steffy's to check on Taylor and see how she is doing since they have decided to take a step back? Could Leigh Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, arrive after saving Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada? Perhaps Luna finds a way out of prison and drops in on the party herself. Cold Ridge be on a redemption tour of his exes and stop by to check on Taylor himself. Perhaps someone else may stop by instead. Could Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, drop by for the holiday? Who else do you think could stop by and crash Steffy's party? Liam and Hope perhaps, since they discussed Deacon's improvement after talking to Taylor. Perhaps Atkinson will stop by and bring his son Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, come home with him. Perhaps Atkinson could get a real story this time and maybe he will be hanging around for a while. Could Thomas and Dake Sharp, Harrison Cohn, clash over his designs for Hope for the future? Will Thomas come back to work at Forrester Creations LA once again? Thanksgiving in Los Angeles has always been a time when families on the bold and the beautiful attempt to put aside drama, betrayal, and heartbreak for one night of unity. But as the holiday season approaches this year, Steffy Forrester's carefully planned Thanksgiving celebration at the Cliff House takes a turn no one, not even Taylor Hayes, could have foreseen. The dinner that was meant to bring peace, reflection, and gratitude instead opens old wounds, revives buried secrets, and sets the stage for a shocking twist that could alter the Forrester family forever. Steffy has always been the family's anchor, the one who insists that even amid chaos, the Forresters gather together to count their blessings. This year, however, the guest list feels a bit thin. Thomas is avoiding Hope after the collapse of their reunion. Rich and Brooke are in Europe for a fashion collaboration, and Finn has been working grueling shifts at the hospital, leaving Steffy to plan the dinner mostly on her own. Still, Steffy insists on keeping tradition alive, with Kelly and Hayes eager to see the house decorated with pumpkins and golden leaves. She fills the living room with autumn warmth, determined that the Forrester spirit will live on, even if half the family is scattered across continents. But as she finalizes the seating chart, Steffy gets a mysterious text message. "I hope there's a seat for one more. I wouldn't miss this for the world." No name, just that message, and something about it feels chillingly familiar. At first, Steffy assumes it's just Liam being his usual self, sentimental, maybe trying to wrestle his way into dinner with their daughter. But Liam, as it turns out, already has plans with Hope and Beth. When Steffy confronts him over the phone, he's confused. "What are you talking about? I'm not coming over there," he says. And that's when Steffy realizes this might not be a harmless prank. The Cliff House has always been a place of both serenity and shadows. It's where love blossomed, and where threats like Sheila Carter have crawled back into Steffy's world. The thought that someone might be inviting themselves to her home on Thanksgiving sets her nerves on edge. Still, Steffi refuses to be intimidated. Whoever this is, she mutters, they'll regret showing up uninvited. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Finn tries to reassure his wife through texts. He promises he'll be home in time to carve the turkey and that the kids will have their perfect Thanksgiving moment. But Finn's mind is elsewhere, haunted by a recent patient, a woman who reminded him of someone he hoped was long gone. Her name on the hospital chart made his blood run cold, Sheila Smith. It wasn't Sheila Carter, but the resemblance, the hair, the eyes, even the faint scar on her face, was uncanny. Finn had to check the records twice. The woman was admitted under an alias and discharged just as mysteriously. Could Sheila really be alive and walking around Los Angeles again? Finn doesn't tell Steffi, not yet. He wants the holiday to be peaceful, free from paranoia. But the secret sits heavy in his heart, and his hesitation could cost them dearly. Thanksgiving Day arrives with sunlight streaming through the Cliff House windows. Kelly's laughter fills the air, while Hayes toddles around clutching a tiny stuffed turkey. Steffi has done her best to keep things cheerful, even inviting Taylor and her half-sister Bridget to join. Daphne, the new intern at Forrester Creations and Luna's close friend, also stops by to deliver dessert from the Forrester Foundation's charity drive. Steffi, grateful for the company, invites her to stay. But when the doorbell rings just as the turkey comes out of the oven, the mood shifts instantly. Standing in the doorway is a woman no one expected to see. "Happy Thanksgiving, Steffi." The voice is unmistakable. Warm yet piercing, soft yet manipulative. Sheila Carter stands on Steffi's porch, alive, unchained, and dressed in modest fall clothing as if she's been waiting for this moment for months. For a few seconds, Steffi can't breathe. She grips the doorframe, her heart thundering. "No, no, you're supposed to be gone," she whispers. Sheila tilts her head with an eerie calm. "Gone? Oh, sweetheart, I was, for a while, but I've come to give thanks, not to fight. You, Finn, Hayes, you're my family. I just want to be part of this day." Taylor freezes as she enters the room, spotting the uninvited guest. "You've got some nerve showing up here, Sheila." But Sheila holds up her hands. "No tricks. No games. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm here to make peace." Finn arrives moments later, carrying a pie, only to drop it on the porch when he sees his biological mother standing there. His eyes well with shock, guilt, and something else, a flicker of compassion. "Sheila," he says quietly, "how are you, alive?" "I've been recovering," she answers softly. "Deacon helped me disappear. But I realized I can't hide forever. Not when I've done so much damage. I needed to face you all, and be thankful that I'm still alive." The room goes silent. Kelly, unaware of the tension, runs in to show her turkey drawing, and for a horrifying second, Sheila kneels, smiling sweetly at her. "Kelly, sweetheart, that's beautiful," she says tenderly. Steffi grabs her daughter's arm. "Get away from her." But Sheila's voice remains calm. "I just wanted to say, I'm grateful. You're everything I ever wanted for my son. A strong, loving woman who protects her family. You've won, Steffi. I'm not here to destroy you anymore." Finn struggles to find words. "You can't just appear here like this," he says. "You could have called, or written. You can't expect forgiveness overnight." Sheila nods, tears glimmering in her eyes. "I know that, John. I don't expect anything. But I couldn't let another Thanksgiving pass without telling you that I've changed, that I've found peace." Taylor doesn't believe it. She accuses Sheila of manipulation, of timing her arrival to wedge herself back into their lives. But surprisingly, Daphne, the quiet intern, steps forward. "Maybe she's telling the truth," Daphne says softly. "Sometimes people really do want redemption." Everyone turns to her, stunned. Steffi snaps, "You don't know her. You don't know what she's done." Daphne hesitates. "No, but I know what it's like to be desperate for forgiveness." The tension thickens like the scent of the turkey burning in the oven. As the argument escalates, Sheila watches Daphne closely, too closely. Finally, Sheila whispers, "You're her daughter, aren't you?" The entire room goes silent again. "What are you talking about?" Steffi demands. Sheila's lips curl into a bittersweet smile. "Daphne's mother was my cellmate years ago. She talked about her little girl, a girl she lost because of the mistakes we both made. I recognize those eyes." Daphne's composure crumbles. "That's impossible," she whispers, backing away. "My mother's dead." Sheila nods solemnly. "She is. But she wanted you to have a better life than we did. She wanted you to forgive yourself someday." Suddenly, the mood shifts from fury to confusion. The unexpected Thanksgiving guest hasn't just brought chaos. She's unraveling hidden family ties and painful memories that ripple far beyond the Forresters. As the evening unfolds, Steffi wants Sheila gone, but Finn's hesitation angers her. "You can't be serious," she hisses. "You're not actually buying any of this redemption nonsense?" Finn lowers his gaze. "I'm not saying I trust her, but she's standing here, alive, unarmed, and claiming she wants peace. If she really means it, don't we owe it to ourselves to at least listen?" Steffi's heart breaks. "No, Finn, we don't. Because every time we listen to her, she destroys everything." Still, Finn can't shake the guilt that his need to believe the best in people might be his flaw. He's a healer by nature, torn between the duty to protect his family and the compassion that defines him. As the night wears on, Sheila insists on saying a few words before leaving. "I'm thankful," she begins quietly, "for second chances, even if they never come. For the pain that taught me to value love. And for my son, who showed me that maybe, deep down, there's still a piece of me worth saving." She looks around the room, at Steffi's glare, Taylor's distrust, Daphne's shaken expression. "I know I'll never sit at this table as family. But maybe someday you'll remember this night as the one where I didn't hurt anyone. Where I just said thank you." Sheila turns to go, and for once, no one stops her. But as she reaches the door, Steffi says coldly, "If you ever come near my children again, Sheila, I swear I'll make sure you never see another Thanksgiving." Sheila nods, and quietly disappears into the night. The dinner is ruined, the turkey cold, and the family shaken. But Finn feels something he hasn't in years: closure. "She's alive," he says softly. "And maybe she really is done." Taylor isn't convinced. Shayla Carter is never done. That woman doesn't vanish, she waits. Daphne sits silently, her thoughts spinning. Later, she finds Finn outside and confesses something shocking. Her mother's name was not on any records. She was adopted after being abandoned at a hospital, the same hospital where Sheila once worked. Finn's eyes widen. "You think Sheila could be connected to you?" "I don't know," Daphne admits, "but I think she recognized me." That night, after everyone leaves, Steffi lies awake beside Finn. The waves crash against the shore, echoing the storm inside her. "She's out there," she whispers, "watching us, planning her next move." Finn pulls her close. "She's not going to hurt us again." But as Steffi stares out the window, she sees something. A faint flicker of movement near the garden. A shadow disappearing into the dark. She tells herself it's just the wind, but deep down, she knows better. In the weeks to follow, Sheila's surprise visit becomes the talk of Los Angeles. Rich returns from Europe furious that Steffi and Finn didn't call the police immediately. Liam uses the chaos as leverage, suggesting that Steffi's home isn't safe for Kelly, reigniting custody battles that were long dormant. Taylor, meanwhile, begins to investigate Daphne's past, certain that Sheila's words weren't random. And what she uncovers could be even darker than anyone expects. Daphne's biological mother was indeed tied to Sheila through a secret adoption ring that once operated through the same psychiatric hospital where Sheila worked decades ago. Steffi's Thanksgiving may be over, but the fallout is just beginning. A week later, Finn receives a letter with no return address. Inside, a single line written in familiar handwriting reads, "Family is everything, John. Even when you don't recognize them yet." Enclosed is a photograph, a black and white baby picture with Daphne scrawled on the back. Finn looks up, stunned, as Steffi enters the room. "Who's it from?" she asks. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our BOLD and BU2FUEL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.